Hi, I'm Peter Ryan. I am Principal Analyst at Ryan Strategic Advisory. We are a full-service market research and advisory firm that covers off on the business process outsourcing and customer experience space. We're based in Montreal, Quebec, Canada. Now, one of the questions I get frequently asked by my clients is about where they should be setting up a customer experience location, a customer experience facility in a new location specifically. Do they go for a spot that perhaps is seen as more emerging, more greenfield, a destination that might be new on the block but hasn't proven itself? Or do they go for a location that's perhaps a little bit more tested and tried, a spot that's done more in terms of fulfilling customer experience requirements over an extended period of time for end users in the key demand markets? Now, it all depends on what an enterprise is looking for when they're engaging with an outsourcing partner. But in my mind, there is a lot to the idea about going to a destination, going to a location that has been around the block, going to a location that has proven its worth as a destination of choice, as a location in which customer experience management can be fulfilled in a confident and consistent manner. You know, when I think about the different locations that have come and gone in the whole game of customer management offshoring, there have been a plethora of them. There's been so many that have come across my desk that have been flavor of the month for a very short amount of time and have just quite frankly disappeared for a variety of reasons. Perhaps it could be oversaturation. Perhaps it could be a lack of labor capacity with the skills that are required. But something that has been clear for me over an extended period of time, at least in the 20 years or so that I've been working in the CX advisory space, has been the fact that South Africa has been one of the most consistent providers. Now let's think about the fact that as an English language delivery point, South Africa has been around since the early 2000s. It really has taken off over the course of the past 20 years as a location in which customer experience management delivery can be done for some of the world's biggest brands. And it can be done for brands and consumers out of the United Kingdom. It can be done for brands and consumers out of North America, and certainly Australia is very much a big consumer of South African CX services. Now, there's a lot of reasons for this, but I put it down to the fact that South Africa has over the years developed an ecosystem around CX that has been focused on providing those consistent levels of support, those consistent high quality levels of support. Equally speaking, it's a location in which you can deliver customer experience management, not from one concentrated location like we've seen in so many different spots around the world, which leads to very quick saturation and very high cost escalations. But South Africa's got numerous destinations, numerous cities in which customer experience management can be delivered for consumers overseas. And this is so important in terms of making sure that the country is able to deliver a balanced level of quality as well as a low level of cost inflation, which we all know is a big factor in terms of ensuring the best CX outcomes. And something that I would point out as well is the fact that South Africa's level of talent has proven itself time and time again to be one of the biggest draws to the country. Thinking about South Africa and some of the brands that are using South Africa as a destination of choice, we've got some of the biggest brands across all different industries that are engaging with outsourcers that are playing in South Africa, that are in South Africa, and are able to deliver the best consistent outcomes. And you don't even need to ask my opinion about it. Just take a look at the most recent results from the Ryan Strategic Advisory Front Office CX Omnibus Survey over the course of the past 2 years. Now, in 2021 and in 2022, Ryan Strategic Advisory went out into the field and spoke to some of the biggest names in enterprise CX decision making. We spoke to them from North America, from Western Europe, and from Australia. And for 2 years straight, South Africa has either been the most favored offshore delivery location for CX services or tied for number one. This is a tremendous legacy that South Africa brings to the table as a consistent long-term player that still has tremendous availability of resources and tremendous availability for quality for new clients. To my mind, it remains one of the good news stories, one of the best news stories in CX delivery from overseas over the course of the past 2 decades. And given the level of enthusiasm from the agent community, from the labor pool looking to become contact center agents in South Africa, and from the outsourcers and from the enterprises that are working with those BPOs that are on the ground in South Africa, there's many more great decades to come.